I'm Doug with America's Best Restaurants, and we travel the country from coast to coast to find restaurants that you should dine at on a weekly basis. We're in Columbus, Ohio, just on the outskirts of the state capital, and we're at Borgata Pizza Cafe. This is Ed. He runs the place, he owns the place, he oversees everything, and oh, what a place it is. Trust me, you're gonna like what we're gonna show you. Give us the lowdown. What is Borgata all about?
So Borgata Pizza Cafe, Borgata actually means neighborhood or village, so the idea was to have a neighborhood pizza cafe, and we call it a cafe because there's more than just pizza. We have homemade pastas, we have wings, we have sandwiches, we have desserts, we have salads, and we've done different specials where we do like homemade Italian wedding soup. So we're always, coming up with something, looking for something different to do, and basically my partner and I just wanted to serve the food that we grew up eating and modified some family recipes and presented it through Borgata. And so far we've been in business about 12 years now.
Nice.
And we have a nice loyal following, but could always be better, but we're always looking to do something different and something new for the people to enjoy.
All right, so we profile at least 3 menu items every episode. We're going to go a little bit over that this time. I actually have to use two hands. Never mind, I'm not even going to count. What are we going to profile in here today?
Today we are going to profile our homemade Cavatelli, our spicy sausage stuffed peppers, our pizza, and our cannolis.
All right.
And then we'll talk a little bit about our ingredients and sourcing ingredients. And we're always looking for the best ingredients we can buy. And sourcing, was a project in itself, getting the ingredients. Even though we make everything homemade, we want to start with the best ingredients that we can find.
And that they do, because it's not always just right around the corner. They go to great lengths to get all of the things that they use to make their food. We're going to talk about all that. I'm excited, especially for the cannolis. It's not just 1, not just 2, not just 3. We got 4 cannolis. So if you're a cannoli fan, you're really going to love this one. So why don't you come with us? Let's get inside and check out Borgata. All right, we're back. We're inside. This is the full menu that Ed already mentioned that we were going to cover, and we have a lot to cover. Tell you what, we're going to save these sweets for last, Ed. Let's start first. We'll go right to left. Item number 1, what are we looking at?
This is our house-made Cavatelli and meatballs. We make all of these items in-house. Cavatelli is a pasta that has ricotta cheese mixed into the dough, so it's a little different than like a gnocchi that has potato in it. It's one of our most popular dishes. We serve it with garlic bread, and then our meatballs, we use a 4-ounce meatball that we make.
Okay.
And I do that because growing up, I always had to roll all the little meatballs for wedding soup, and they would get progressively larger until I'd get yelled at. So when I had my own place and they were able to do this, we roll 4-ounce meatballs.
You go big or go home.
Exactly. Go big or go home.
All right, now I have to ask you too here. You have a spoon, and you said that's basically spoon only, right?
Yeah, we put a spoon in the pastas. Growing up, my grandfather, especially with spaghetti, if you cut your spaghetti, that was a big problem. So he taught everybody how to twirl the spaghetti onto a spoon so you can eat it, and that was the way I was taught. I grew up eating spaghetti like that. So
nice.
Pastas with a spoon.
Well, you know what? In honor of him, I'll spoon it.
Like it.
One thing too, we're talking, you go to great lengths when it comes to product, the food. I mean, you're not cutting corners, you go above and beyond when it comes to the ingredients, right?
Right, yeah, we source all of our ingredients and take a great deal of effort to find what we like and what we use consistently. For instance, like the olive oil we use, it's called Corto olive oil, and it's from the Cortopazzi family in California. And they brought olive trees over from Italy, planted them in California. They grow the olives there, they machine harvest them, and then they press them into olive oil about an hour after harvesting. So it is truly extra virgin olive oil that we use in the restaurant. And we do that with all of our ingredients, really. We always had a garden growing up, so we use heirloom tomatoes here year-round. They're expensive, but they're the best tomatoes we can find. And then we make everything else homemade, make it from scratch right here in-house, so we can control the quality of it.
Love it. All right, item number 2. I'm going to go ahead and dive into this.
So this is our pizza. We do a New York style pizza here. A little different from Columbus. Columbus is mostly the small square cuts, but this is our pepperoni pizza. We use a Baccio cheese on our pizza, and the cheese has a little bit of buffalo milk in it. The pepperoni, John Izzo from Izzo Pepperoni actually customized the recipe for us and made it a little spicier for us. And so, like I said, all of our ingredients, we went to great lengths to make sure they were the best we could find.
You can taste it.
Thank you.
Now, the oven itself is a whole nother story, is that that's a unique oven, and that came from Italy, too.
Correct. Yep, the oven it's called a Capone oven, and we have them imported from Italy. We have 3 of them in use now, 1 in each of our locations, and it's the only ovens we use. They get very hot. They'll go up to about 860 degrees, so we can cook pizzas pretty quick.
This is good. I'm just going to keep eating while we're talking. Is that cool?
Sure.
All right. Now, this next item you said is like off the charts when it comes to popularity, right?
This one is probably the closest thing we have to a signature dish on our menu. These are our spicy sausage stuffed peppers. It's hot Cubanelle peppers. We make a spicy sausage mixture that we stuff into the center of them, and then we bake them with our marinara sauce and cheese, and then we top them with fresh basil and shaved Parmesan cheese. And we serve them with our fresh baked baguettes. But yeah, that's a very popular dish. We sell probably almost as many of the stuffed peppers as we do of the pastas and the pizza.
Okay.
Very good dish in the wintertime. It'll warm up your insides.
I gotta say, Ed, I've been really, really good trying to stick to my diet. Sampling all of these, wow, very good. And
then the other items we do, we do a lot of like the fresh baked baguettes. There's a company, we source those out of Stamford, Connecticut, and we serve them with all of our pastas as garlic bread and with all of our signature dishes to help you dip in the sauce.
Love it. That is good.
Thank you.
Man.
Yeah, we sell a ton of them. That's,
I can see why.
A popular dish. We also cater, so you can get all of these items on a catering order. And then our desserts, we make several desserts, but our cannolis are very, very popular. We have the traditional, the chocolate chips and pistachio. And then to the far left here, this is our Buckeye Cannoli. Being here in Columbus and Central Ohio, we have to support the Buckeyes, so it's a chocolate filling with peanut butter chips on the outside of it.
Okay.
And then we do seasonal cannolis, and we rotate those all the time. Coming into Thanksgiving, this is our Bourbon Pumpkin Candy Pecan Cannoli.
What?
Bourbon, pumpkin, and candied pecans. So it's kind of like a pumpkin pie in a cannoli shell.
You're gonna do me in, you know that? Holy moly. Okay, so, and then again, so seasonal, you said this is pretty much traditional, seasonal?
Yes.
Wow.
And we always have the 3 main, stays, and then we rotate the traditional. We do different ones. We just did a caramel apple pie. During Christmas, we'll do an eggnog cannoli, and that's for the 21 and up crowd. It does have booze in it.
21 and up only, and we do check IDs.
On the eggnog one, yes. And then, Red Velvet is the very popular one that we do in January and coming into Valentine's. But yeah, we have quite a few different that we rotate, and then when the Girl Scout cookies come out, we do some with Thin Mints and Samoas. So quite a few different seasonal cannolis that we are always on the mix, always looking for some different ideas.
But I had one other thing. This crust is amazing.
We make that all right here. We do a cold proof on our dough, so the day we make it isn't the day we use it. We let it cold proof in the cooler for at least 24 hours, preferably 48 before we use it. And then It picks up the flavor, and it has the pliability that we have to throw them up in the air and toss all the pizzas.
I would make a mess out of that back there if I did that. Okay, so these are just some of the menu items. Yes, I'm still eating, by the way. These are just some of the menu items. This is certainly a place that if you live in the Columbus area, you need to visit on a weekly basis. You have 3 locations up here, right?
We do. We have 3 locations. So we have one in Linworth Road and 161 in Worthington, one on Parkville Street on the northeast side of Columbus, and then this year we just opened inside of the legendary food hall in Italian Village.
Okay, excellent. And if anybody wants to find you, social media, website?
Absolutely. We're on Facebook, Instagram. Our website is just BorgataPizzaCafe.com. But yeah, we have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media.
If you can't find them, you're not looking hard enough. They also have a full listing right here on AmericasBestRestaurants.com. Did we touch on everything?
I think so.
I think we got it.
I think we did.
Because I'm still eating. So I'm just trying to see, there's a lot of food, and if we have more stuff to talk about, then that just gives me more time to eat. But,
Sure.
Okay. I guess we're good. So if you live in Columbus, you need to visit one of their locations on a weekly basis. If you're visiting Columbus, coming in for a Blue Jackets game or a Buckeyes game or whatever, you need to look this up and come here and visit. Put this on your hit list because this is really good. Sorry I've been eating the whole time. I know it's rude. My grandma would be mad. That's all right. I think grandmas would understand, right?
We take it as a compliment.
Okay, good. See? So I don't have to worry about my grandma getting mad at me. All right, so get down here. Try this. This is fantastic. I'm going to finish this piece of pizza. I'm out.